Welcome back to this week's episode of the Buggy-sama Fan Club. Yay! Today is Saturday, August 9th, and we've had updates from all 3 chapters this week. Yay!
It's a good week.
It is a good week. And,
I can survive, or I can live to the next week.
To preface a little, 1 out of 3 mangas would hit a total like what the fuck just happened, and the other 2 kind of went along the path that I thought it was gonna go. So we'll start off with Bleach, which went pretty much exactly how I thought it was gonna go. A lot of talking and such.
Which leaves 1 of 2 manga left that took the swerve, right? Which one is it?
Which one is
Why
swerving
is
on these
Justin
hoes?
being so ambiguous?
Oh no!
The great mystery of this podcast will be answered.
Alright, to begin, I have to say that there are spoilers ahead of us, so if you haven't read the manga yet, then get your ass back to starting point 1. Yay! And read that shit before you get back here, punk ass. Alright, I am your boy Jayhan. We have here with us
Alex.
And our special guest all the way from Japan,
John.
Yeah!
What's up?
Now, to start off with Bleach, it's Marching Out the Zombies 3. Oh shit, what a surprise
sequel.
there. Dude,
Damn, man. That one really took me off guard.
Dude, I was not expecting that in the slightest.
Me neither.
Alright, to just, brief go over of what happens is they can't believe that Hitsugaya is there, even though he's standing right in front of them. And then they try to do something. By they, I mean Ikaku and the cross-dresser Shinigami guy. The fabulous
the fabulous guy, yeah.
The
With
fabulous
the horns.
Shinigami.
The horny fabulous guy.
Does he
Still
really
know
have
his name,
horns?
man.
Is that what that is?
Maybe it's part of his... Yeah, I think yes.
Dude, those are accessories, dude. That's not horns.
Wait,
man.
what?
Oh, no, you know what it is? It's like,
hair?
it's his mask.
It's a hairband, bro.
Wait,
No, it's his mask. All the Arankar have like a piece of their mask still on their face
No,
somewhere.
I'm talking about the Shinigami,
No, yeah, he's
bruh.
talking about the
the
cross.
Shinigami.
The fabulous Shinigami guy that's always with Ikaku.
Oh, Yumichika?
He knows his name. He knows his name.
Yeah,
there
what
we
the
go.
hell? Yeah, what
Yeah,
a
dude,
surprise.
Yumichika. I had to do a little research, but I got it.
Yo, Michika.
Hitsugaya
Yo, Michika.
Hitsugaya is like apparently way stronger now.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Just like, ice for days. And
I mean, these guys they're all like pretty third rate though.
Yeah. No, but
So he's wrecking. Well, Ikaku, I guess
I didn't see Hitsugaya throw no ice waves at Baz B,
Yeah,
I don't
I
see him
know,
throw no
right?
ice waves at nobody. And now here he is throwing ice waves.
Yeah, he's suddenly incredibly strong. I think Ikaku is pretty strong too, right?
Dude, no,
He's
Ikaku
really-
is badass, dude.
Yeah, he has a bankai.
he's pretty
right?
strong.
Yeah,
And everything,
he's
yeah.
second behind Kenpachi, right?
No, he's not. I think we talked about this earlier. It's like the little girl is second behind Kenpachi, right?
Okay, oh my god. That's right, the little girl.
I guess if you count from a physical fighting perspective, yeah, because
Yeah.
she has a weird ass power.
Yeah. But her
Yeah,
power's
but
cool, though.
Ikaku is like strong though. He is
is
strong,
strong,
right?
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh yeah, only the captains have bankais, but then Ikaku like got a bankai, so I mean theoretically he's kind of like on the captain level, right? It's kind
Theoretically,
of
he's on the captain level.
yeah. So it's
And
like
I do remember in previous episodes where someone alluded to the fact that he had like the most like Reiatsu packed power Bankai there. Like his had the most like power to it. When
wait,
you
what
hit.
was his again? What did it do? I can't
You got
remember.
those
you
like
know what it was?
3
Like,
giant ass blade things,
Yeah, that's it.
Split things.
He would wait for it to charge up, and then it would release like this insane like physical Reiatsu explosion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Oh, okay, that kind of looks familiar.
And it got like I remember when he beat the Arankar, like number 12 or whoever it was.
Dang, that's a cool looking bankai.
Yeah, his Bankai is badass, but like when he beat him, his Bankai actually broke. So he hasn't been using it since. Dude,
Guy at Comic Con like dressed up as Ikaku bankai. It's pretty awesome.
There's a guy dressed up as the Bankai.
Yeah, it's great, dude.
Wow.
and the guy's like totally out of shape and
Yeah,
stuff. It's
like,
hilarious.
Nice.
To keep moving,
But he gets wrecked though.
Ikaku gets wrecked.
He does tank that ice blast, but yeah,
And
to no avail.
And then fabulous Shinigami boy gets wrecked. And they're all lying in sadness, and Mayuri comes out, and he's just totally, like, gleaming with confidence. And he's just like, oh, well, doing all talk.
Even before that, the fabulous Arankar gets wrecked, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, after that.
Yeah, no, that happens next.
Oh, yeah.
When he's like talking shit to Gigi, the fabulous one jumps up on him. He's like, oh, you cute little boy. He gets totally owned. Like, that's freaking Hitsugaya, man. He's child's play to enemies, but when he is the enemy, he's totally strong.
Yeah. Level 99.
And I thought it was hilarious when he was like, as your punishment, I'm going to leave you there on the verge of death. And this guy's like, come on, bro, just heal me.
I know, dude. He's got like a huge just gash down like his clavicle. Like, it hurts.
Which he shouldn't really care about, right? Because he's dead. Does he even feel pain?
Yeah, he's undead.
Oh, but the difference that they have, though, is that his undead have all their sentiments and stuff, and they feel pain. Because remember how he was
right. Yeah.
And the other undead are like totally.
That's right, huh?
Totally undead.
Yeah, I'm sure Hitsugaya doesn't feel pain. Although, wait, what was the caveat to his? He was zombified before death.
Yeah.
She explained. So he
has fresher cells.
He still he remained with all of his like what?
No, he has fresher cells because he's still alive technically.
Oh, I see.
So that's why he can move like as similar to the way he moved when he was alive. Way he fights.
Except it's not really even close to the way he used to. be.
Yeah, because he's way stronger now.
Suddenly, yeah.
Power boost. And then
maybe when he's just not zombified, he has kind of he purposely like restricts himself, but now that he's a zombie, he doesn't care. He just goes balls out.
I actually would believe that
More
in the
brutal.
slightest because of his Bankai. Remember how he was like, I don't want to use it because I might freeze the entire world. And
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, when he first whipped it out, he's like, that's why I never used this version of the Bankai. And like when he used it on Haribel, yeah, you probably don't remember.
Yeah, that's like that's an interesting like development of character, but like I feel like that's not what Kubo was going for, right? Like maybe like in hindsight he'd be like, oh yeah, that is what I was going for, but I think
he was, but then he just
I think what it was is that this is just what he does. It's like when the enemy appears, they're like so much more excessively stronger than originally, and then then they get taken down a peg and they're suddenly weak again.
But then they don't get taken down one peg; they drop like 1,000 pegs.
Yeah. And then now suddenly it's kind of like the reverse with Hitsugaya, who's like good to bad.
It's like a poorly made like indie RPG game. That's how I think about it.
Huh?
A poorly made indie RPG game.
That's a nice analogy.
Can't understand that analogy because I'm not really much of a...
Like, I played this one. I was on like this spree for a while where I was finding these free to play RPGs online, and they're all just like indie developers that all sucked balls and stuff. And I swear, like, it was
like no balancing.
Yeah, the balancing was all off. Like, the first boss you faced was like the third hardest boss in the game. It was stupid. Like, it was like literally stupid. Like I remember I went back at like a more advanced level and I fought that boss again and it was still hard. Like, it was the first time. I was
That's
like, what
funny.
the fuck? Like,
So how'd you beat it then the first time around?
a lot of cursing and a lot of hours of playing. Like,
Well,
and
nice.
No, I literally just found a loophole where I would go to this place where the boss wouldn't notice me.
oh, okay.
Because you have to like aggravate them for them to attack you. He wouldn't notice me, and I was like a ranged character, and I would just shoot him from there, and like it would take like 3 damage every and then
eventually you withered.
and like 2 hours later he died. Like,
well, okay. Anyway, so
yeah, poorly made indie RPG
understand.
game.
Okay, all right. To help all of us who don't understand what the hell he was talking about,
Yeah,
we have some insight into Justin's mind.
you don't want more insight, but I'll give you a little bit this time.
He's Korean, so he's got that RPG DNA.
It's in my blood.
Yeah. But I guess we can assume that, like I said, he has no limiter now, so he'd probably just go ham.
I would say the most
He's a
interesting point of this chapter, even though it's still not very interesting, is his like analysis of her powers and her explanation of her power. His powers. They're both dudes. Holy shit. Real quick, is Mayuri's face just like that all the time? Like, is he a creature or like?
No, he has a real face, but I think this is a mask or something.
Yeah,
It's some kind of
Didn't we see his actual
it's some kind
face
of
at one point?
costume.
I think we did see his face at one point, didn't we?
No, we never saw
We
it.
never saw it. I thought
We have, once only.
We did see his face. Yeah, Mayuri face.
Remember? Is it when Urahara
It's after
is
he
the
got
captain?
defeated.
Yeah, see, yeah, he's like, of course he's an attractive looking motherfucker because all characters are in Bleach.
It was after he was initially defeated by Ishida, and he was kind of like sulking.
Yeah,
I think he had to put on a new mask.
Suddenly he looks like some sort of model the moment it's gone.
Is he turning you on? He still has
Definitely
yellow
turned me
eyes.
on.
The eyes
He has
are
like
still
fucked
weird,
up ears too.
He says the difference between them is like they were zombified before he died, which makes sense because she said, or Gigi said earlier that for Shinigami they only need to get touched by his blood, and for Quincy's they have to die. So that's the difference, and I guess that's why having Shinigami zombies is really like overpowered for him because they have no emotions and they're just as strong and efficient as they were before, or in this case, stronger. But yeah,
that's true.
And at the end, it's just like some mad science fighting. Which has there been one like every arc so far?
A mad scientist fight?
Yeah.
No, there was only the one before.
No, wasn't.
There was a one.
He's always fought someone and used his sort of like tricks, but last time it was scientist versus scientist, so it was just super sciencey.
Yeah, you're talking about the Arankar guy, right?
Yeah, the Spada,
Yeah,
number
Spada,
7 or something like that.
Zael or whatever.
Yeah.
Zazel.
Sizzler. I remember he had pink hair.
Schnitzel.
Yeah.
Spetzel.
Schnitzel.
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 Schnitzel and noodles.
A myriad of drugs I'd like to try on you. Sounds good to me.
It's a little rapey.
That's kind of funny.
All right. Projections.
Dude,
for
what
next
if
week.
what if Mayuri had like a weird zombified corpse of Yamamoto? What if he like took it?
Oh, that'd be nuts.
That'd be actually insane.
That'd be nuts, dude.
What if he's like, check this shit out, and like we see the ice versus fire?
Dude,
kinda like
you know what's
zombie
gonna
fight.
happen is like Yamamoto will come out and it'll be like fire versus ice, but then he'll get one-shotted by a heat sky.
But
That would be really disappointing.
but the problem is, doesn't Juhabak still have his sword?
He has the Bankai only.
Yeah, oh, right, yeah. He took the Bankai, but not necessarily
Dude, that's his sword, man.
the
The Bankai is the sword. Dude.
Yeah. Well, even his Shikai was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The Shikai was what, when like the fire pillars came out and like closed in on you or whatever?
Yeah, even that was just the
Yeah,
Shikai.
that was just too gnarly as it was. You're right.
No, yeah, it'd be great. I think it's really funny if Yamamoto got freaking one-shotted. Because
But
it would just seal the deal on this whole fucking Kubo Teat thing. Like, I feel like every time, like, I had to, like, go into this sort of, like, explanation mode about how he does this shit, and it's like, that will be the ultimate example in which I will never have to explain it ever again. I'll just go, remember the Yamamoto incident? And everyone will shut the fuck up.
So in that case, I really hope it doesn't happen. You can't have this one.
No, yeah, even for Kubo, that would be just
Horrible.
Yeah.
Would it though? Would it? I think that's pretty characteristic of him.
I'd like to think, hopefully, you know,
Are we giving him like
the benefit of the
Yeah. an overly excessive benefit of
You know
a
what'd be
really
funny
large
is
doubt?
if he was listening in on these like podcasts and it's like, man, that faggot Alex kid every time he's like always like talking shit about my manga, and then he like creates a character that like looks like me and like kills it
It
off,
just gets like
immediately.
brutalized.
Yeah. Just gets like zombified by the cockroach bitch, and then gets experimented on by Mayuri. And it's like,
That would be really awesome. If I was a manga artist, I'd do that all the time.
like
I
all
was-
the people you knew, just like
Yeah, like no, yeah, just like people I knew who no one else knew.
uh-huh.
Just like do fucked up shit to them.
Yeah, but then no one would get it though.
They call you.
But that's it. It's just my satisfaction,
Yeah,
not
okay.
other people don't need to get it.
They call you. They're just like, "What the fuck, bro? I know that was me, man."
Just deny. Plead the fifth.
What depths would you give us
Oh yeah. Now that we're on the
Your
topic,
two
how would you
best
kill us
friends in
off?
the world, John.
That's kind of cool. Okay, so how would we all kill each other in our own
No,
series?
how would you kill us?
Yeah.
How would I kill you?
Yeah.
Wait. Before you start, a short one-sentence description of your premise, like what the story is, and then how we would die. Go.
Okay, it's a battle series. Justin goes out in a blaze of glory, taking out like Spartan style, like tons of enemies, and he gets like the most noble death you can get.
All right.
I don't like what this is.
All right. I'm ready.
Alex gets mistaken for like a 14-year-old boy and gets sold into sex slavery, gets pumped full of drugs. And then he's forced to be a mule to carry like other drugs across the borders of some place, but he gets caught and then like tortured and
then the drug.
they take the drugs and then they
the drug like bursts
and then they kill you.
It gets in my bloodstream and I gain supernatural powers. And I turn into Scarlett Johansson.
No, it ain't nothing like Lucy, man. It ain't nothing like that.
No, he's trying to tell a good story. All right.
Okay, yeah. Did you see the movie?
Oh, did you guys see that movie?
No, I didn't see it.
No, I saw the warning signs and I stayed away from it.
So did I.
I would only watch it for ScarJo anyway, just because ScarJo.
Scarred.
Does she show some nip in that movie?
I don't know. I better go research.
If not, I'm not going to see it.
I don't know.
But anyway, that's how I'd kill you guys.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
I can't wait to read this story. Actually,
let's see. Lucy rating. Hold on.
Lucy rating is like 19% on.
I feel like it's like, wasn't it PG-13?
It was PG-13.
I don't understand it. Isn't it just?
So yeah, there's probably no nip then.
62%.
Isn't it just Unlimited or whatever? That Bradley Cooper movie?
Johnny,
It's like a shitty version of that Bradley Cooper movie.
Oh, you're talking about
Limitless?
Limitless,
Yeah.
Oh, Limitless, yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, the brain's capacity.
Yeah.
You're only using like 1% of it in him.
It's like a shitty...
Isn't it the exact same premise?
Dude, it's like a shitty girl power action version of Limitless, basically.
I saw
That's
neither,
whack.
so I can't really say whether one's better than the other. But yeah, it sounds like the premise is exactly the same. Except one's
Either way, it doesn't sound interesting.
I think both of them are catalyzed by drugs too, aren't they?
I don't know what in Lucy it is that her stomach like
it's
absorbs.
like the drug, ruptures
but I know
and
in Limitless it was a drug that he took. That,
okay, so they're both catalyzed by drugs.
Overpowered his brain or whatever.
They both have like famous veteran actors. Like, isn't Morgan Freeman in Lucy?
Yeah.
And then Robert De Niro's in Limitless.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
they just seem like
Christ, man.
fucking mirror images of each other.
You talking to me?
Dude, these
Are you talking to me?
amazing veteran actors need to stop they need to start
Stooping to this level.
turning down these shit roles,
Hey,
man.
I thought Limitless wasn't that bad. I saw it. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool movie. The premise, I thought, whatever. But like the way they brought the story together and like the way he overcame his problems, it was a pretty cool movie.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're not an executive, man.
I don't know what that means, and I'm just gonna let that one slide. All right.
That's why I would kill Alex in the way that I killed him last time.
Yeah. In my story,
I die of your affection.
In my story,
All right,
he's
so-
gonna be Buggy-sama in my story.
Oh, dude, that's great, dude.
That's the highest honor, man. What are you doing?
Because Justin loves me no matter how much I verbally abuse him. Unlike you, John, you can learn a thing or two.
You guys are
All right, man.
buddies.
Projections for next week. It's a guy
marching out the zombies 5. I'm projecting.
Oh
It
shit!
would be 4, wouldn't it? We're on 3 right now.
No, he's gonna pull a
for no reason, just like.
and then he'll do a flashback and it's marching out the zombies 4. Damn, that's a good idea. He should do that. That would probably be a first.
He's just
And,
he's just super stoked about this idea.
Yeah.
He's like, this is brilliant. This is the best thing I've ever thought of.
He's like listening to this podcast. I'm gonna do that right now.
Holy shit, he should do that.
All right, yeah. And the next one, pretty much, Mayuda's gonna do all that creepy science shit, and the guy is gonna be like, "Bruh, what am I?"
I'm interested
doing?"
to see what he'll do.
Yeah, because honestly, ah, man, I don't want to keep going back and beating on this really dead horse, but like, like, Mayuri should have fought Grammy. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I don't think. Have you ever mentioned that?
I have not mentioned that.
Yeah, that'd
but
be cool.
I'm talking about Grammy, dude. Like Mayuri.
Yeah,
should have fought
we
him,
do
like,
beat on Grammy.
Dude, freaking science versus like
Imagination.
yeah, that's like that. That'd been a real great contrast.
Like literally, like Mayuri, because like the way that like Kenpachi beat him was just so whack. Like Kenpachi should have beat this bitch. You know, like. Fuck all your zombies. I'm gonna kill all these niggas because I'm Kenpachi. I don't care, you know. But
he is like in the past chapters, like he's been given that zombie motif. Like every time it's a chapter with him doing something badass, it's called like the undead or something.
Yeah, the risen.
So it would have made sense for him to fight all these people.
It's just because he's listening to metal, dude. Like every
All the
metal
time.
song has like risen, dead, undead, something in the title, right?
And Mayuri
Yeah,
would have been
exactly.
like totally smart enough to beat Grammy. That's
Yeah, no, I could see that. I think the Kenpachi versus zombie chick sort of thing, the matchup could be a little bit kind of like tweaked maybe a little bit, but I like the Mayuri matchup with Grammy.
yeah, Grammy.
Yeah. It'd be cool if
Dude,
like
Mayuri
Kenpachi,
totally could have fucked him up too, I think.
Dude,
Yeah,
Mayuri like, could potentially fuck up a lot of people. Like,
Dude, what if he just like yeah, it'd be kind of be like a genjutsu battle almost, right? In the sense that Grammy is like doing all these sort of like crazy,
yeah,
sort of like out there sort of things, and then it's like maybe while he was like busy playing Imagination World, like he didn't notice the poison that was coming out, and so it
exactly.
it sort of like starts fucking with his mind, and so like he starts thinking weirder and weirder shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's like kind of, and then Mayuri starts just popping out everywhere,
yeah.
like
And then the
like
casualties from Grammy becomes crazy. He starts fucking up like a lot of people in a lot of areas because he's like not in control anymore.
Yeah, and then his imagination eats him or something, you know?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
insane and
It, like,
just like weird.
Blows completely out of proportion, out of control.
Yeah.
Thus making a previous thing we talked about in the podcast, how you mentioned that Grammy wasn't portrayed as that scary or as that powerful. If he lost control of his imagination in that
then you
sense,
could see just how
crazy he
yeah.
was. Exactly. That would have been an amazing. Wow. Good one,
God,
guys.
man. Look at that. We just did that in 5 minutes. Kubo fucking...
Did.
He probably like slaved for weeks. Oh, I gotta make this like this. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna name him Grammy.
Does Kubo have any like writing assistants?
Obviously,
That's a good
I
question.
feel like he doesn't, you know? Like
He probably doesn't, yeah.
I feel like I've said this before, but I just really wish, like, I don't know if it's like an ego thing. I just wish he would step down and hire one. Cause like, you know, like his art is like fantastic, right? Like I always allude to like this comparison with Death Note, where it's like the Death Note artist is like a really good artist, but
Yeah.
like he hired a freaking writer like to write Death Note, and then that matchup just made like an amazing story. And like I feel like Bleach could have had that, you know. It's
Yeah,
kind of unfortunate.
it's true.
and I don't want to say this, like, actually I do want to say this, but because I read not all of Death Note, but like a lot of Death Note, not even a lot, but I know what's going on in Death Note.
Yeah.
Like I know like exactly what happens, not like to the full story, but like how
we have the idea,
it goes
general
by.
idea,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And I still think, and I'll stand by this like forever, that Bleach has like the most solid premise out of like all these mangas that I've read. Like, I think the Bleach premise is just so cool. Like, not like story wise, but like on like the cool factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so cool. Like,
Just like
there's sword fighting.
like dead, undead spirits
Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
with swords.
yeah, and like their sword has like a power and stuff.
Well, I mean, like I don't know how exposed you are to the manga world, but I'd have to say that it's not an entirely original idea. Like there are a lot of undead people with swords in the manga verse in general. But I think a lot of that sort of coolness is attributed to his design, right? Like his character design and his sword
The character
designs
design
and
is
his
so
costume
sick.
designs. Like everything is just really, really super solid. Like that's what he excels at. So hence the whole, I wish he would just hire someone who would like write it, because then his thing would be amazing. Like it would be a big hitter, but it's just like I don't know why he's
Like, for me, even someone such as, like, minimal value, I guess he's not minimal value anymore, but, like, as Renji, when I first saw Renji's Bankai back in the day, I thought that was, like, the tightest thing ever. I was like, dude, that looks so sick.
The
like,
snake
he's got,
ape?
like,
Yeah.
like, he got, like, a new suit on. And,
Dude,
like,
Kubo's designs are like the kind of things you would get as a tattoo. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
they're that interesting to look at, it's there's no doubting for sure that his illustrative capabilities are really, really great. But I mean, ultimately, I think it kind of only takes you so far. Typically, like we're in this for the story. I think usually people who are reading.
Yeah,
this.
Especially at my current like age and maturity level and understanding level. Like if I was reading this as a kid, then I would have checked back every week just to see what happened to that cool ass character. Oh, that guy was cool. That guy looked cool. That guy had like the sick whatever. But like at this point in like my mental like growth, like I'm like trying to like see what happens in this story. Like something cool better happen in the story, not like some cool looking dude better show up. Like I don't care about that anymore. So Kubo is like lost my respect, half because like his like storytelling has gone down, but like half because I have like further evolved and like I'm not.
Your taste has changed.
I'm not expecting the same stuff anymore.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know how like into the illustrative world you are, but like there are some like insane portfolios out there online. So like, if your fix is to just like look at something really like interestingly illustrated, like there are things out there that you can check out. Like I think most of us who are into this, we want to see cool designs, like for sure, like no doubt. But ultimately, I think what we're in it for is the investment of characters and how they play out in whatever universe they've been placed into, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
The story has to matter now, basically. Yeah. It doesn't fly anymore because I'm not 9.
So to wrap that up, it's basically, Kubo needs to hire a writer.
Stop being a bitch.
That'd be really great. Or, I mean, maybe he has a writer. Maybe
the writer's just as fucked up as he is,
sucks.
Kubo writes it, and he goes like, bruh, come check this out. And the other writer, dude, Grammy? No way, man. Grammy? Oh, hell yeah. A full bring? Dude, why didn't I think of that, Kubo? Fucking faggot, dude.
I could totally see that. He just like, he hired...
His homie.
He hired like... Yeah,
his best friends.
He hired his best friends to like help him write the series.
Who would
suck his dick.
No, people who wouldn't like
tell him he
oppose
sucks.
his his ideas.
Maybe Kubo will stop hanging out with me if I tell him his shit sucks. It's like in Head of State when Chris Rock gets his brother to run on the presidential ballot with him instead of like the most qualified. But okay, never mind. Anyway.
Wow, nice. That was a good shout out. I haven't seen that movie in so long, dude.
I haven't seen that movie at all.
Oh, it's a good one.
Chris Rock's like about to be the first black president, and instead of getting like
this was pre-Obama, by the way.
Yeah, it was way pre-Obama. Instead of getting like this guy that's like really smart and like can help him out because he's just like this ghetto black guy from the ghetto of DC.
He gets his best friend or something.
No, his brother. His brother, who's like a bail
like
bondsman.
just as ghetto.
Yeah, no, he's more ghetto. Like this was just a straight up thug, and it's just Bernie Mac and Chris Rock.
That's funny.
They're running for president. Like it's so funny, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I imagine though, like if you were hired as a writer for Bleach, like you definitely don't want to be fired.
Yeah,
right. So maybe like,
dude, I will sit on that cash, dude. Like,
so yeah, maybe he just like.
Yeah, I'll listen to metal with you, Kubo, if you pay me.
Yeah, maybe it really is a matter of just like I don't want to piss him off.
I'd believe it.
We can only really speculate, but what we can say for sure is that the product, the quality of it.
It's suffering.
What's been
it's
seen
halfway. It's halfway there. It's halfway there.
Unfortunately,
it's been halfway there for a while. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, now we'll move on to Naruto. Yeah, the Bleach discussion went along pretty good, actually. I was impressed. All right.
Yay.
Naruto 688 of the Sharingan. Yay. Now we start off.
No, Sharingan.
Sharingan desu. All right. We start off with the little sob story of like Obito meeting Rin. Oh no, they're all kids
again. It's cute.
Obito was just a kid this whole time.
Yo, I don't really get this because like he's saying, oh, we can be alone at last, but she never wanted his dick anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
she liked Kakashi back at that time.
No, I don't think that.
No, she wanted his dick, dude. She said, "I'm going to support you to become Hokage all the way."
Okay, so that was the flashback that was put in recently, though. Like back in the Gaiden, there was no sort of like it was never clarified whether she was interested in either of them. She was just a member of the team.
Yeah, she was a member of the team.
Really? Wasn't it implied back then?
No, not really. It was implied that Obito had a huge thing for Rin, but not that Rin had.
Oh, that was explicitly.
Yeah,
shown.
but not that Rin had anything for anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rin wasn't a Sakura.
Yeah, she was just there as like a team member and supporting both of them.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When did I get that assumption then?
There was a recent flashback where you saw Rin talking to Obito and she was saying, "Oh yeah, I can't wait till you're Hokage. I'm gonna be there to support you." Blah blah blah. It was recent.
Oh, right.
It happened.
I just want
like,
to be
within...
friends. She gave him the friend zone speech, right?
No, it wasn't a friend zone speech. It was like, "I'm here for you, always" speech, right?
That's the friend zone speech, bro. That's exactly what a friend zone speech is.
Not really.
I'll support your dreams, but I won't lick your cock.
Oh my god, dude. No,
That's
I mean,
friend zone
he was
speech.
never. Justin's like trying not to. What are you doing? I don't know. He was never asking. It seemed the context of the conversation was like just purely based on him wanting or having a goal, and she's saying, "I'll help you attain it." You know.
Right.
But I mean, it had like sort of like romantic undertones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
so I'm getting this assumption. I thought it was from the Gaiden.
No, but it's
Undertones.
from most recent. Because obviously that's what Kishi wants. Because he probably had this like sort of like afterlife sequence that we're talking about right now. He had that planned, and so he had to set that up by putting that thing a little bit earlier. Which I mean, I have to say, like some of the people who've been commenting on these like chapters that have been coming out for years now. Like, they were kind of right on the dot, right? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's not really necessarily a problem that Obito has this sort of, like, innocent side to him. You know, it's, like, touching. But at the same time, like, he fucked up a lot of shit for the sake of, like, one girl who he was never actually, like, in any sort of, like, relationship with.
It's kind of bullshit that Kishi's expecting an all is forgiven type thing with him. Because all cannot be forgiven. That's like if like
he put the world in like
that's exactly what happened with Nagato too.
Yeah,
he was pain and he like fucked up all this shit and he did all kinds of.
But he actually saved everyone. Though.
No, yeah, but Nagato's also different because he like his parents were both killed. He grew up in like a totally unstable sort of like society, which is kind of supposed to be analogous to like a developing country. Like he wasn't basing his sort of like his need to change the world off of being like losing like I guess like an attempt at a girl, you know? That's not what his motive was. But Obito, like everything stems from the fact that he saw Rin die. Like, you know, and it's like it's also kind of like inconsistent with his character because his character is the kind of person who like even if he had seen Kakashi kill Rin, like he trusted Kakashi till the very end. So like his character would have been the kind to like investigate that to the full extent, you know what I mean, and not just take Madara's word as law. Because I think I can't remember exactly what the scenario was, but it's like.
But you wouldn't think clearly if you saw that happen. If you were
but I mean, at the end of the day, though, like you know, maybe a few days even after the incident, like his character would have taken over, and he would have just been like, "I need to find out what actually happened." You know, because he's not the kind of person who would automatically assume that, you know, like, given how they ended off their relationship, like, he wouldn't assume that Kakashi would do something like that. It would be kind of like if Naruto saw Sakura getting killed by Lee. You know what I mean? He wouldn't go on, like, a rampage against the world assuming that, like, Rock Lee was just... You know, like, oh, all people, like, never liked me in the first place because, wow, look what Rock Lee did. No, he would probably want to go to Rock Lee and find out exactly what happened. Or maybe a better example would be, like, Gaara. If you saw Gaara do it. Like,
no. The best example if he saw Sasuke do it.
No, that wouldn't be the best example because Sasuke has other motives to kill people right now. He's not...
No, well, back at the time, he didn't.
No,
because you can't compare them at the same age level.
No, you're missing my point. Like, Sasuke's whole arc with this Shippuden thing is like walking the very fine moral gap between like killing people and like living a sort of vengeful life versus living a sort of like stable and mentally healthy life, right? And like Kakashi was not walking that line when that situation happened. Not for Obito, who saw him last as a best friend, right? Who wasn't having some sort of like moral problem. But Naruto knows that Sasuke's having this problem. So if he saw Sakura being murdered by Sasuke, his first inclination would be, oh wow, he really has sunk that low. But Obito hasn't had that thought process about Kakashi at all. So if he saw Kakashi killing Rin, his first thought shouldn't be, wow, Kakashi was an asshole this whole entire time. His first thought should be, I wonder why that just happened. Was I seeing an illusion? I need to know what the reasons are, right? That's what his character is supposed to be.
Isn't it more like, well, first, I want to clear that my comparison between Obito and Nagato?
Yeah.
Right? It was more like they flipped their switches, like, at the end so easily. Like,
oh, yeah.
Maybe Nagato wasn't ever really so evil, but he did some, he definitely did a lot of morally ambiguous
He pretty
things.
much committed genocide on a...
Right, yeah,
Kakashi,
okay, yeah.
so,
He destroyed the town and then brought it back. Like, that was bullshit. Because Naruto, like, spoke to him for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And same thing with Obito, right?
Diplomacy.
Seeing you fight made me, like, remember I'm an innocent boy.
Yeah.
But I think, what was I going to say? I think with this comparison between, like, what if Naruto witnessed the death of Sakura versus Obito witnessing it, is I guess, like, Obito had Madara kind of, like, poisoning his mind, right?
Right.
Like, that was another, like, factor that really kind of fucked him up. But still, like, he was pretty weak to let that affect him, I think.
Yeah,
but
well,
I guess
you're right,
that's like
you're
the
right
Anakin
that,
thing.
Madara was poisoning his mind, but at the point he was within the manga where he had been living with Madara, I still don't think
he didn't respect Madara, really.
Yeah, he wasn't at any point where he was like really becoming cynical about the world, you know what I mean? He was still pretty strong about his beliefs. And then to see that happen with no context whatsoever, it was kind of, I'm just saying, is a little bit inconsistent with his character. He would want to know the details and he would want to know exactly why, because he would have faith in Kakashi and he would be like, no, Kakashi would never do something like that. I need to know why. And he wouldn't hear Madara give the reason and then just let it go. But that's exactly what happened, is what I'm saying. It's like kind of inconsistent with his character, I think.
Right. I think so too.
And anyway, to finish up the thing I was saying about the comparison difference with Sasuke, it would be more like if Kakashi was like killing motherfuckers like left and right, and Obito was like, stop doing that, that's not right. And Kakashi's like, I don't care about other people's lives.
But Sasuke wasn't killing people left and right when he was their age.
What?
Sasuke wasn't killing people left or right when he was their age either. Sasuke was a little kid in Konoha.
Oh, so wait, so you're saying if
you can't compare them when they're older.
You're saying
to
exactly if there was a Kakashi Gaiden, and the characters were literally just placed right there.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, that wasn't what I was getting at. But no, I mean, I still think the argument stands though, because Obito. I mean, this is kind of sad to say, but the Kakashi Gaiden, right? Obito is just a copy paste of Naruto. He is Naruto.
Yeah. Basically,
there's really nothing different about Naruto other than the fact that now he's an Uchiha with Sharingan.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're the exact same characters. That's why the comparison is doable. And Kakashi is Sasuke, and Rin is Sakura. They're the exact same thing. So they're literally cut copies, but just with different design. So that's why I'm saying this comparison. I think I don't think they wouldn't necessarily not work. With age, it doesn't work just because of the actual developments of the character.
Yeah, no,
but Naruto has been relatively the same from the get-go to where he is now.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like,
but he would be the only person that's same in that formula then. So you couldn't compare them like that.
Pretty still close to. No, I don't know. I mean, I still think you're kind of missing the point of what I was trying to say though. I don't know, John. Do you have anything to cue in on this? On what we're talking about?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about what you're talking about right now. Just I said what I was trying to say earlier, so I don't know. But anyway, I
was basically saying that, like, okay, so we just cleared up that, yeah, okay, so Obito is pretty much young Obito was Naruto essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, that I agree with.
And so what I'm saying is, like, if Naruto had seen someone like Rock Lee or Gaara just kill Sakura out of context, right? Like, he has no context for why that happened. I think he wouldn't have gone down the same path. No, he wouldn't, because he would have been like, hey, yo, what the fuck just happened? And he would want the details, and then he would find out the details and he'd go, okay, that was a really unfortunate circumstance. I'm really, really heartbroken, but it's not your fault. That's what he would say. I think in Naruto's case, he wouldn't feel vengeful. He would be like, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this problem.
Right,
Right.
like I'm gonna
Yeah.
convince you what you did is wrong.
So
That's Naruto's character.
So when I made that comparison, Justin said, "No, that comparison doesn't work. It shouldn't be Rock Lee or Gaara. It should be someone like Sasuke." And I was saying, "No, that's not correct," because I purposely avoided using Sasuke as a comparison because Sasuke has a real, actual moral problem of like walking a fine moral line of like what's okay and what's not okay. Which for him, it's kind of been like just like attack. Like he at one point he said he was gonna attack Konoha and like kill everyone. Like so he's kind of like already kind of morally corrupted, and so that brings in a whole other issue that if Naruto had seen that happen, then he could deduce that, okay, Sakura was killed because Sasuke is having this moral problem. Whereas with Obito and Kakashi, Obito had no reason to feel that way about Kakashi. Whereas Naruto does for Sasuke. So
what I'm saying though is that at that point where Sasuke was like morally like lost is when they were not a team anymore. And Sasuke had already done a bunch of sketchy stuff in his life. And
that's irrelevant. All I'm saying is that it's inconsistent for Obito to be okay with the explanation he received from Madara and not ask Kakashi himself, because it doesn't make sense. Because if you think about it, if Obito and Naruto are the same, and Naruto wouldn't have done the same thing, then Obito shouldn't have done the same thing either.
I think what Alex is trying to say is like, don't think about each character's individual journeys. Just put Team 7 in that situation. Don't even think about anything else that matters to them. Just put Team 7 in that situation. Naruto sees Sasuke killing Sakura. What does he do?
Yeah, okay,
Definitely not what Obito does.
That simplifies it for sure. Okay, so fine. Before Shippuden arc, like when Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura were all great friends and they were in the exact same Kakashi Gaiden-ish problem and Naruto meets Madara, he would still want to find out, why did Sasuke kill Sakura? He wouldn't listen to Madara and be like, wow.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's all I was trying to say, is that it would have to be the same Team 7 situation. It couldn't be Gaara or Rock Lee, because that's all I was trying to say. I was trying to get at the specifics here.
If you just like put Team 7 in that situation, what would happen?
Then Obito isn't doing what he should do. Like, he just accepted, like,
yeah, exactly,
bare facts.
I guess in that sense, it's like a
he pulled an Anakin.
Yeah, it seems like Akishi is maybe missing like an essential understanding of a character who would be corrupted in the first place. You know what I mean? It's like I think he wanted to give the message that like, man, also, everyone can get like this, but then it's like, but it doesn't make sense that Obito did do that. So he's missing an essential sort of middle in between that where Obito is compromised morally.
His middle that I would give him credit for is, remember how he said that the Uchihas are easily susceptible to being like verbally like influenced. Uh-huh. That's why the Black Zetsu went after Uchiha and always went after this Indra brother. Mm-hmm. Because
I think power corrupts them, right? Maybe it's like implicitly we're supposed to get that because they are strong. Their eye powers grant them these like insane strengths. So maybe the power kind of corrupts them. Because at that point, like, Obito was getting into it, man. He was getting into his shit. Like, he wanted to be strong. He was training his yeah,
Sharingan.
Exactly, yeah. Whereas Naruto literally has the fucking soul of Indra or whatever, Ashura. Uh-huh. So he's probably way, way more unbreakable in terms of, like, his dreams, his morality, and, like, what he's going to be thinking about. Because he carries the will of that spirit, I guess, so. And Obito doesn't.
Obito doesn't carry the will of any spirit, but he is an Uchiha, and I remember specifically the Uchiha are easily like...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, but I mean...
That's the only credit I could give
You have to think about the sort of like, what that implies, and whether or not you think Kishi is kind of down for that message, which is that we're all tied into our fate, and that if you're an Uchiha, you're just... Because you're... Like... We're saying that there's something missing in the middle here, right? And so the middle piece is just literally his genetics, which are totally...
I'm just saying, I'm just saying I can buy his fall a little better if I subscribe to that
belief. Idea, and that was maybe worked up a little bit, right? But given what we were given, it's kind of like basically just saying, well, people I guess are then just evil just because of what they are, their legacy, their genetics that they can't control. Uchihas are just going to be evil, and Senjus are just going to be good.
Well, not necessarily evil, because you can be like You can be,
but more easily
influenced.
morally corruptible.
Yeah, more
like that's
easily
not
influenced.
But yeah,
by
but that's
others.
not. That's kind of bordering almost on like sort of like racist thought, where it's like your
But
character
isn't
is
it's
completely dependent on your genes. That's like, I don't think that's a message Kishi would like to perpetuate. So I mean,
I think he has though.
Yeah,
like
he has,
undoubtedly.
totally.
And it's the
I
universe
totally see
that
that.
he's established.
And that's the only real difference between him and Naruto is that he's an Uchiha, and that's why Naruto didn't act the same way that he did.
But I think you're right. Like we can't stereotype each Uchiha like, oh, they've all been evil. Like definitely not.
But if
Like look
if
at
they are
Obito's supposed
what's
to
his
be
name?
Obito's supposed to be that example where it's like, yeah, people are still people in the end. You know, that's what he wants to say. Which also, in part, is I think part of the reason why a lot of us don't like the fact that Uchiha Obito was taken back into the canon of the story, because what he represented was fantastic.
He was kind of like a redemptive
For the Uchiha.
Uchiha.
Right, he was.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
He was like
and then
the shining beacon of hope.
Right, and then to take that and to kind of drag him to the mud again basically just kind of wrecks that very representation. But
Right. But I'm not saying, like, we're not saying all Uchiha are just like shit. Like, look at, what's his name? Fucking Sasuke's brother.
Or, Shisui, right? Itachi's
Yeah,
friend?
she's.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we
or,
don't know enough about Shisui. He just died.
No, but he was like...
But Madara's brother, too, is... Oh, no, he was bad, right?
Well, I don't know. We don't know anything about whether he was good or bad or not.
Yeah.
We don't even know if, like, his eyes were taken or if he had given him voluntarily.
We don't know
Alright.
nothing.
Yeah, it's all, like, kind of up in there.
All right, I'm gonna try and move this along a little.
Sorry
He
about
somehow
that.
goes.
Sidetracked major.
Yeah, major sidetrack.
No, that's cool. It's still relevant to the
yeah,
story.
yeah, it was totally relevant. And he totally comes back in chakra form and like possesses him. That's how demon possession works, guys. Chakra comes back.
God, dude, how fucking convenient this world is. Like, you can...
He literally, this is a quote. He says, she says, you're able to go back right now? And he says, yeah, chakra is the power that connects these two worlds. And he literally had 0 chakra a second ago, but when he dies, a bunch of chakra comes out where he can come back to this world. And, like, no one else can do that.
Yeah, for a split second.
And, like, it made sense for, like, Minato and Naruto's mom because, like, they imbued the chakra first and then they died. So I accepted that.
Obito didn't die because of a lack of chakra. He died because he got stabbed, right?
I know, but he had no chakra anyway.
What point was that? Oh, because he was draining himself, opening up the portals?
Yeah, he couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, like...
It's like the last remnant of chakra.
Yeah. Pretty
It's
much.
like his spirit.
Last life essence that remains.
But still, it's pretty crazy. Oh, here's my eye powers.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And
Now I'm gonna bounce.
I just want to clarify, he didn't actually give him the eyes. He just gave him his chakra. Right?
And then open up the... Yeah.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah,
Well, I guess giving him the eyes through the chakra.
Yeah, because he wouldn't...
Not
been able
like
to,
literally, yeah.
He wouldn't be able to physically give the eyes to him because...
Yeah.
they'd
Not like when they
do-
were kids.
They'd
They'd have to do
operation,
surgery
yeah.
because they don't have like a medical ninja there that's...
No, they don't, man. Fucking back when they were kids, he just like stuck his eye in Kakashi's eye.
No.
Rin put it in.
Rin made it happen for them.
Rin made it happen.
Not like she's a fucking surgeon.
She was a medical nin, and
Dude, medical nin are all just
and
surgeons.
Obito specifically asked, "Hey, listen, Rin, can you take out my eye? We have to perform the
Right.
surgery quick," and then they do that.
That's right. Medical nin don't need like special equipment to connect all the fucking optic nerves to the brains and all that stuff. You're right. You're right.
1.5 million there are you.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, fucking, well, what about Madara, who just like literally grabbed Kakashi's eye out and just flopped it right
Oh,
in,
yeah.
and it was like,
He like,
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's all you need to do in this world.
a flyby just whoop mine
Yeah.
like stealing. It's like taking candy from a baby, dude. All right,
But I mean, I guess it's not. I mean, my gripe shouldn't be so strong because it's been shown throughout this manga. Like,
So
the chakra
okay, so
remnants come out and stuff.
here's my sort of like take on this whole dimensional BS whatever you guys are having a problem with, right? Like certain times, like this is a good example of a time where like the logistics can kind of be shied away, and like you can just accept that mythical things happen when people you care about die. It's like it's a sort of trope where it's like, oh, the girl cries over the dead body of our tragic hero, and then he suddenly comes back to life. It's like that's the moment where like these things are passable, but it's not passable because of how inconsistent it's been, But had it been very consistent, I think people wouldn't have had a problem with it because they would have just accepted it as what it was. Like,
so basically, you're saying we've let too much bullshit slide already, so we're not letting another one go.
right.
Whereas if everything was smooth and made sense and was
Then
continuous,
this is the moment where it would be like,
all right, we'll let this bullshit slide.
it's not necessarily that we would just accept it for what it is, which is like, it's more about the moment between two friends, you know, and when we would accept that. Because
well, here's what I'm saying is, if he can do this, why didn't he just do this before he crumbled away? Why didn't he just give him the powers as he was like dying? Why do we have to have this like divisive? I'm gonna come back out after I've passed on and then give it to him. I mean, I guess it's like
because I think Kishi
for the moment.
Yeah, Kishi needed
it's for these moments,
leave off on just him dying.
It's definitely so like
because that moment where he died was a moment from Naruto and Obito. More than it was for anything else.
Yeah.
So
and then now he gets a moment with Rin and Kakashi all
yeah,
over again.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because like I would have bought that way more. It's like even before Obito like died last time, he's like, take it.
You know,
he could have done the same thing.
You know, what'd been funny is if he like just like kind of like slumped over to Kakashi and like put his finger on his forehead and he's like, "Sorry, Kakashi, like next time."
Kakashi would have like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
what just happened?"
And it's like, oh wait, shit, that's the wrong brother. It's wrong, wrong bitch. Yeah, whoops.
Nice. But I guess all that matters is the result.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna I don't know what to think about the whole traveling back and forth between the living and death world.
I mean, it kind of works in the sense that, well, he has dimensional eyes. I guess. So it's like, you know,
he went from the living dimension. Or no, from the dead dimension to the living one, like, dude.
Yeah, in
even
death,
Kaguya can't do that.
In death, he figured out how to do it because he was already in the dimension in the first place.
It was his last eye requirement for him to unlock it.
But then Kaguya is gonna die, and then she's gonna be like, "Oh, I can do that too."
Yeah, exactly.
He just comes back.
She could infinitely pass on like her spirit. I guess, well, unless she got sealed by like a jutsu, then maybe not, but still.
I guess, well, I mean, that's probably is going to be her demise.
And if chakra, like he says, chakra is the way you can go back between these two worlds. If that is the case, that is the only viable explanation as to why the sage is doing it, because he's just like the chakra king, pretty much. Well, not.
I mean, it's basically why the sons keep getting like reincarnated too.
Yeah, through chakra.
They keep like leaping around
from generation
fucking
to
smart.
generation.
They're fucking smart, man.
So it would make sense in that sense, but I think it's whack that Obito can just do it. Fuck you, Obito.
Yeah.
And then, as we continue going, Kaguya's fighting back and getting fucked up by Sasuke, Sasuno. They do all these...
Oh, not only that, man. That fucking gnarly-ass, like, 9-part Rasengan. Was...
Dude, yeah.
Dude, okay, so this is... I think I can't remember if I was saying it
you
podcast,
have said this before.
Yeah, I've said it. Yeah,
he should do this, and he finally did it.
Yeah. I knew Kishi was heading towards this, and I don't know why he didn't do it sooner. Like, I don't know why Naruto wasn't able to just master the chakras on his own. Because that would have been great. That would have been fantastic. Because, you know, it was kind of weird, right? Like, all these people had these Kakei Genkais, and our main character was the only one who didn't have a Kakei Genkai. But at the very least, if he was able to control all chakras, or all elemental chakras, that would have been pretty great. Pretty great. And it would have worked with the whole sage moniker thing, too, you know?
Yeah. He uses all the things.
Yeah, so it's kind of a bummer that he has to rely on the tails to be able to do it. I wanted him to be able to do it on his own.
Well,
that would have been great.
Well, I'm gonna just project and predict that he gets. Actually, fuck. I'm gonna project and predict that he gets all of the tailed beasts at the end inside of him, and through that method, he like controls all of them, just like he's doing it now, and that's his way of becoming the sage. Mm. But I have an alternate ending to the story in mind where he gets it extracted, all of them extracted from him, and all the tailed beasts get destroyed, and he becomes just like, nigga, I use.
I think that's more how that's how I see it happening.
Dude, he's gonna get all the tailed beasts inside him, and he's gonna let them go. Like, run free, little children, run free,
go destroy,
go forth, and they're all.
Cause like here's what I'm thinking. You know how at the end of this chapter, or after she gets nailed by these bombs,
and like takes no damage,
then she kind of starts like erupting, right, with like all of those tailed beasts.
Mm-hmm.
What if she contains like the yang for all of the beasts, and like he contains all the yin, right?
Yeah.
And in order to seal her away, you need to seal all of the other tailed beasts too.
Oh, dude, shady.
I have a feeling.
And then they
like,
all self-sacrifice for that.
not. Yeah, I mean, in order to seal, he just has to like say goodbye to them, right?
Yeah.
And they'll say, "Do it. It's for the betterment of." Well, maybe they don't.
I feel like
I think a long time. I think the QB originally wouldn't want this.
yeah, because I mean
now
he's
that they're all,
kind of
like, bitch made,
he's kind
they'll
of
do it.
befriended the QB, so like I don't think he'll do that, right? It's like, no, I can't seal you. You're my friend.
It would have been cool.
Maybe
It would have been cool if if the requirement was that he had to use all the chakra that the tailed beasts are to create a seal good enough to seal both Kaguya and
then
Zetsu
their
away.
spirits pass on.
Yeah,
To whatever, so they're free.
they're free.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just like how
yeah.
Indra and Ashura are technically free because they're dead. Like they're living in that
Right,
sense.
right, but like they're existing.
Their
still.
existence is as a
Yeah.
seal to seal Kaguya and the Black Zetsu.
Yeah, okay,
away
yeah, I can
together.
buy that too. It's kind of corny, but yeah, I can buy it.
Super.
that'd
corny.
be cool. I mean, like
Yeah.
they can become like the essences of the tailed beast could like return to their habitats. I guess
Yeah.
Like you always like pagan religions are like, oh, the god of thunder, god of like lightning,
Right,
god
right,
of
right.
water and shit. Like maybe then their essence can like go and imbue into like the sand and all the
The
wind
spirit
and
of
all
the
that shit.
forest, right, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think in the end he will lose all of the tailed beasts.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I think it's appropriate.
At least that's what I hope, because they'll also be just the most OP being
Ridiculous.
in the world. Yeah.
One thing that I want to point out is that the Black Zetsu was surprised that it didn't have a human form when the
right,
beast
so
came
there
out.
is a human form for the Ten Tails.
yeah.
I am kind of surprised at what's happening right now. I'm not really sure what's to make of it.
Yeah.
I'm totally not sure what to make of it. I put it together that getting hit with all the individual tailed beast powers, hitting her all at once, like forced her to like push into her next stage of evolution or whatever, and like forced this change to happen to her. But I don't know what he's talking about when he says human form, and it says Mother's will doesn't have influence over this. Like,
Yeah.
isn't he supposed to be Mother's will? Like,
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
thought,
exactly.
was he referring to himself? Like, is he talking in the third person, or like, it's kind of confusing.
So it's just
Yeah.
like- that'd be whack. Although Japanese people do talk in third person,
Yeah.
but not. I don't think they would translate it as such.
Yeah.
The translators.
and like these hands come out and they totally like try to go for them.
Oh, and then the final development we gotta talk about here.
Oh yeah.
What about this rabbit?
She's
It's like
she's
the
a
Jubi
rabbit
form.
goddess. Yeah.
The rabbit is the Jubi?
No, it's not. But she's the rabbit goddess though, so that's her moniker.
Oh right, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it has the.
Well, we don't know. We don't
vagina-
know what
the vagina
The
on it.
vagina. We don't know like
Yeah.
to what extent that matters. Like is she just known as a rabbit goddess, or is it something more? I mean, the rabbit showed up right with the eye, so maybe there's
Yeah.
something else to it. But I hope not. I really don't want another thing on top of all this other stuff that is
All this
happening.
buffoonery.
Yeah.
At the end of this chapter, another Susanoo comes out, and it saves Sakura, and oh, what a big surprise! It's not Sasuke. What? It's
Now, okay, so
Kakashi.
this is where, for me, the line is drawn. I'll pass.
Okay, what were your? I want to get your initial takes on this.
I mean, I'll
go ahead,
I'll
Alex.
pass off the whole, the moment that Kakashi and Obito had together, because that was kind of inevitable and needed to happen. But man, this is stupid. Like, I just,
He got a Susanoo on the scale of Sasuke's.
dude, why
Just
didn't
like
Obito use Susanoo like as
Because-
possible? I just don't.
Because it's still his own eyes.
What?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He had both eyes at one point and didn't use Susanoo once. I don't know, man. It's like it just doesn't feel right for his character. I
Well,
just can't.
I guess he didn't know how to use it. Because you're not just like, oh, look, Susanoo. I feel like you have to.
Then why
Like,
was Kakashi able to?
because
use it?
Kakashi has seen it before, and he it's the copy ninja, just like they said.
What? He's the copy ninja because he has the Sharingan.
Yeah, he has Sharingan right now.
Yeah, but
Copy ninja, dude.
Obito has the other one, and he can supposedly use it better because he has the Uchiha blood.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't have been. No, we're not even going there. This is just. I personally feel like this is really, really dumb.
I think it would have been cooler if Kakashi made himself useful by using his kamuis.
Yeah, I think so too. Or like, and I wouldn't have minded if there was something else that he unlocks having both of them.
Yeah.
But not the Susanoo. Like, come up with something more unique. Come up with something different. You know.
I would accept if he got it eternal. Because
he has the
technically
Usopp Susanoo,
the
man.
best friend died.
The Usopp Susanoo.
And gave up.
Yeah, it's got a long ass nose.
Yeah, I just noticed. I noticed that, dude. The Selga King Susanoo.
The Selga King Susanoo. You know what's funny though? Here at the very end, it's like Sasuke is saying like, but he shouldn't even have a Sharingan anymore. And you know how like kind of like Sasuke is almost kind of like Nazi when it comes to just like the legacy of the. I think there was even a moment where he's like. Kakashi, you're not deserving of my clan's like Sharingan.
Yeah, exactly.
He
Right?
did say that.
Yeah, so like, what if he just like starts like fighting Kakashi, just like trying to rip out his eyes? Like, yeah, just going like full like Nazi mode, you know, like the sort of like the purity of the Uchiha must be like must be maintained.
Wait, explain to me again. What are the conditions to use Susanoo?
Yeah, I think
totally forget.
it's just like you need to have the manga kill and both eyes need to be activated because like for otherwise it's like the right eyes for Amaterasu, the left is for Tsukiyomi, and then you need both activated. Although I mean Itachi activated Susanoo without either eyes activated, but I mean I think the general gist is that it's unlocked when you have both manga kills.
Yeah.
Hence why Kakashi was never able to use it when he only had one.
And because he's...
Isn't it, aren't we just to assume because he says you're the copy ninja, so maybe, like, Kakashi has this ability to just copy Susanoo or somehow?
That's kind of weak, though, you know? Like,
No,
it's weak, but...
Susanoo should be just... I personally feel like Susanoo was supposed to be something special only for the
Itachi.
Sasuke Itachi brothers. I mean, even Sasuke, I thought it was kind of... I didn't really like that Sasuke had Susanoo. I wanted to see him with his own subset of Sharingan powers.
Like powers, yeah, like a unique...
But I mean, I could buy it because they're brothers, and it was important to Sasuke to have... You know, it was kind of like thematically important. Yeah, it was thematically important that he got what Itachi left him. But with Kakashi, since his powers are like dimensional warps, like I wanted to see like basically like you know how like in like Marvel vs. Capcom or any of these fighting type games, you have like the Ultra Combo 1, the Ultra Combo 2, and then the Ultra Combo 3. 3 is the one where you mash all the buttons together. And that's kind of the way I see Susanoo. And Kakashi should have a different Ultra Combo 3, right? Because, I mean, his Ultra Combo 1 and 2 is so different. It's like dimensional... It's like moving dimensions and then putting things through dimensions or warping things out. And like... And so his last thing should be, you know, maybe tied into that somehow. Or
creating dimensions.
It'd be kind of crazy.
I get you. I can dig it. Yeah, okay.
Ooh, Obito does say that it might be temporary, though.
But then, the thing is, like, it would have made sense, what you're saying, if only Itachi and Sasuke could use Susanoo. But then you also have Madara using Susanoo.
That's true. But the thing about Madara is that he's like like Sasuke and Madara are like reincarnations of each other. You know what I mean? Like Madara was a reincarnation of what, Indra?
But Sasuke didn't have the Susanoo first. Itachi did.
Right.
It would have had, because how I think about it is like...
But then maybe, but see, Madara's the older brother though. And maybe if Madara had passed it down to his little brother would have Susanoo too.
Can't everyone use Susanoo?
Well,
isn't
yes,
Sasuke's...
because freaking Kakashi's using it. But,
but like, back when it was first introduced, you had assumed, oh, this is like Itachi's sort of like...
I don't think it was...
Trump card,
it wasn't that clarified though. Like, I felt like it could...
It wasn't, right.
Because you know, Kishi was talking about Shisui, right? And how Shisui's eyes were also special, and he had unlocked.
He had the ability to manipulate
people, and so and then also you saw Kakashi who could use manga kill, but his was completely different from Itachi's, and so you were left to believe, oh, so everyone, it's like. I guess we didn't see that many variations because the manga kill itself was not seen that often. It was only... That's
what I'm saying.
It was only locked by a few...
I thought these like
people.
individual bloodlines and brother lines all had like
different
specific eye powers.
Right. That's what I thought too. Yeah. But so it was never...
They still do.
Yeah, they still do. But apparently Susanoo is the one that everyone gets. But then I was under the assumption that Susanoo wasn't something everyone gets. It was just one for Sasuke and Itachi's family.
Yeah, because what would Sasuke and Itachi's family have unique that other people don't then?
I guess it would
Well,
just be
Sasuke has the like
and-
instant. He has that like instant teleportation.
But that's not a thing.
That seems to be Sasuke's power, right?
That's not a thing.
Well,
of
that's
his
for the
Sharingan,
Rinnegan. Yeah,
though.
no, that's his like
That's his
Rinnegan
sage power,
slash.
like-
Yeah. That's completely different. We're talking purely about the Uchiha legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, what is Sasuke's insta switch power?
that's his
That's a
Mangekyo
Rinnegan power.
slash Tomoe. Oh, I'm sorry, not Mangekyo. The Rinnegan slash Tomoe power. His left
Oh,
eye allows him to do that now.
okay, I
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I wish Kakashi had something. I mean, this is actually, if anything, right? Like, Sasuke's been using Susanoo this whole entire battle against Kaguya and he hasn't been doing much.
Yeah.
And so now it's
Introducing
like,
another Susanoo is pointless.
yeah. So I mean, this if you really wanted to make Kakashi useful, like give him something really special and different that totally changes up the whole situation.
Yeah. And this
then
was
he's
his
like,
chance
yeah.
to introduce a new unique power to keep the readers thrilled, you know.
Which would have been really cool.
But he blew it on every single level, man. I mean, it's cool. There's another Susanoo, oh no, but like Sasuke's Susanoo wasn't proving to be much, and then like another Susanoo, which is completely out of place.
Which
here.
should be mastered less than Sasuke, who's been
Yeah,
using it, you know?
it's on the same scale. Like,
Yeah.
if I was accepting of the fact that he can copy, because I am accepting. All right, like it's like it was his specialty amongst like other
Which
people.
I don't really
like,
think so either. It's like, oh, he even says it. At one point, Kakashi says, I couldn't copy Haku's ice jutsu because I can't copy Kakei Genkai's. That's what he says. He's not able to. So granted, he has the... he has Mangekyo Sharingans. What it comes down to
He has the
essentially is
tools
whether
to
or
do
not everyone can control Susanoo. or
Yeah,
not.
that's
That's really what it comes down to, you know? Because if his final Mangekyo Sharingan powers wasn't Susanoo, then he shouldn't have been able to copy it. Because he doesn't have that Kakei Genkai. He's not an Uchiha. So I don't really buy into the whole copying thing. He can copy many things, but there are certainly things that are not copyable, and Susanoo should definitely be one of those things.
Yeah, and if he did copy it, it shouldn't have been even on the scale, because he even said it himself, the techniques that he copies, he doesn't do it as well as like the people that originally do it. Like his Rasengan was weak and stuff.
Well, no, he never said that. He just said he never completed the Rasengan, or he doesn't know how to complete the Rasengan. He said he could do it, but he can't put elemental chakra into it. He's unable to. But that's neither here nor there, though. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you think, John?
I was pretty excited, honestly.
I
was like, whoa! I haven't been this hyped about Kakashi since like, for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
So when he popped up and he had all that shit, I was like, shit, fuck, it's about to get real. And like, I don't know. And then like you put the fact that Obito gave him like the 6 Hokage like seal of approval, and it's like, damn, man, now like he's got this like refound resolve, and he's got this power that he can really like implement now. So I think it's gonna be good. I hope he can stand toe to toe with these guys. And
I actually kind of wanted to comment about that 6 Hokage comment too that Obito made. Like, I thought that was kind of out of place. Like, Kakashi's never had any interest in
Yeah,
being
he's
Hokage.
never shown any motivation to do it.
he was considered before Tsunade was.
He was considered, but he never had an invested interest in being Hokage.
I think he just thought he wasn't fit for the job.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, that also...
Maybe he was just like, man, I'm nothing compared to like these giants, but...
Oh, so he...
But now I think he's got this kind of, like a motivation to do it.
Yeah, especially seeing as what happened in that world.
And seeing as how Naruto would probably be a shit leader.
Yeah. I think I remember reading a sort of like a fan comic a while ago where it's like someone was explaining Naruto like, do you still want to be Hokage? It's mainly a political job, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, no, I don't care.
Exactly, right? He's like 15 years old, 16 years old.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think he's ready to take that.
Yeah, he's
take that on.
definitely not. Jiraiya should have been freaking the 5th Hokage, and he should be the 5th Hokage until Naruto needs to take over. That's how it should have gone.
If anything, like, maybe Sasuke should be the Hokage and Naruto should be the muscle.
Dude, no.
I don't think Naruto wants the job of fucking leading a hidden village.
He
man.
wants a title.
He wants the title. He probably won't. Once he's like doing all the like doldrum,
He'll leave it all to Shikamaru to do all
Yeah,
to do all the
That's who
work.
should be Hokage, man.
Yeah,
that
dude,
should be
yeah, I
like
agree.
candidate
Kamaru
number
really
1.
should be Hokage.
Yeah, he should be.
And
And
like,
then
Naruto should be
the
like
also
commander of the army or whatever. Like,
commander.
Yeah, exactly. Naruto should just be like, like the right hand master
But
guard.
it's going
should be-
the other way though. Naruto is going to be Hokage, and Shikamaru is the right hand man /
Like, yeah,
it should
his
be
advisor.
that Shikamaru does all like the political leading of the country. Naruto is their champion, if you will.
Yeah.
And Sasuke is the leader of the Black Ops. Like, that's the way it should go, you know? Like Sasuke should fill in for Danzo. That would be like the most optimal for Konoha to survive.
Right.
But
Dude, Sasuke should try to fuck every woman that he can and like spread that Uchiha, like respread the Uchiha seed. It's gone. Like he's the last one left. I mean, allegedly.
Well, Madara is bottom half, you know, so
Right.
and that's
Extract
like
his,
the
like-
best one you can get too.
it has
Extract his sperm.
it still has a dick, so like
That's what Hagoromo's plan is. Like, listen, we need to bring as many people with the bottom half of Madara as you can.
Madara's kids are gonna be dope. You gotta get a shitload of those.
Hashirama's like, yeah, so I volunteer. It's like, shut up, Hashirama, get out of here.
I'll have his baby.
Okay, well, alright, so, is that, and it's freaking hot in this room.
The last point that I wanted to get to real quick.
About
is-
Naruto stuff?
Yeah, just one last one. Was it ever discussed or even addressed how much of the Jubi is split, or how much of the tailed beasts are split between Kaguya and Naruto?
It wasn't, it hasn't been specified.
At all, right? It's just known
We're really
that,
not even sure what's happening with her.
I like what you said though, John, like, you saying they got split by yin and yang. That makes a lot of sense to me. But,
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely was not, like, a point in the plot, you know? Like, it wasn't ever, like, stated,
Yeah.
I took the yin side, and, like,
Yeah, it would have been like he would have addressed that for sure.
yeah.
Maybe she's spawning a whole new Jubi. Maybe she can just keep doing it
Because from my
if
understanding,
she loses control.
Kaguya has most of it, and Naruto took what he could.
But it doesn't look like that's the case, though. Or, no, I don't know, man.
No, because
Yeah.
she's like whipping, she's like
Crazy.
bursting
Yeah,
with them,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Naruto's only like using their chakra. Like,
Right.
they're on two total different scales, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is the way it seemed. But then,
Naruto has half the nine tails from Minato, right?
yeah.
And then Kaguya took his half the nine tails and pretty much all the other tailed beasts, and Naruto grabbed what he could when they were doing that little struggle. Which reminds me, what is happening with Killer Bee? Does he still have Hachibi going, or
Oh,
did
yeah,
he lose it?
I think Hachibi got taken out of him, right? Yeah, he did.
Where I don't even know where he is in the context. Was he taken up by the tree?
He
yeah,
was
I
taken
think
up
so.
by the tree.
Yeah, but I think
Well, he's useless now then.
I think the Gita Maza came out at one point and took it from him, right? It was
Yeah,
just like
'cause-
pulling like just chakra out.
Because if you looked at that blob of beasts, there was definitely
No, yeah,
That was definitely the
eight
Hachibi's
tails
head
is
there.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure he got taken up by like a Gita Maza way earlier on.
Yeah, see, there's his face right there.
No. I think he got. Killer Bee's just been kicked out of the story.
story
though,
for a long ass
unfortunately,
time. Or like right after
Dude,
his,
if I have to read one more rap, man,
Do you remember Yamato, dude? What happened to Yamato?
oh yeah, he broke out, didn't he?
Did he break out? I think he's still.
Yeah,
on the
because
thing, right?
he was in like some sort of like a trance when everyone got taken over, and then he like woke up from the trance and he's like, oh look what's going on.
Don't remember.
Dude, no, I remember this specifically. I was like, oh shit, it's Yamato. He's there, and then like
And he's done nothing since.
yeah, he's done nothing since.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man,
Oh,
it's a damn shame.
All right, prediction for the next episode. I'm going to say that Yamato comes out and tries to control the tailed beast, just like Hashirama does.
and he succeeded.
oh yeah, he definitely had that ability to like tame them.
Well, barely though. Like he couldn't.
Yeah,
he
barely.
could barely contain the four tails. When Naruto turned into four tails, like he was having trouble.
Right.
So.
I don't know. Maybe he fell off the tree and like broke his neck instead.
Like later, like after all this concludes, like they're like, "Hey, everyone's alive," and they're like, "Oh wait, what happened to Yamato?"
It's like
It's like his neck is
Kishi's like
torn.
doing like a wrap up of the story, like going through all the imagery of the war, and then it just shows like Yamato leg there, like, his head like awkwardly, like
Yeah, it's like cracked, just like his spine just sticking out like a little bit.
extreme scoliosis.
Man. Okay, well, moving on.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on to Uno Piece. Uno Pesa?
Ichipise.
Uno Pesa? Okay, yeah, One Piece, the chapter is 756, and it is very geniusly titled Level 4. Because they're all on Level 4 now. It starts off...
Aren't they on level 3?
Yeah, they're on level 3. They're trying to get to level 4 still. I think level 4 is...
I think
only
fields,
Rebecca's
right? The
still.
sunflower
Yeah,
fields?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Let's break this chapter down.
Which it could just have been titled Sunflower's Fields.
yeah.
But,
Or it could have been titled, like,
The horse gets fucked. It should have been titled Meat's Back on the Menu, boys.
the Nutcracker, dude.
Oh yeah, these guys are kind of nutcrackery.
Dude, that's definitely
That's exactly
Oh,
what
that's
they
their,
are,
that's
man.
okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Man,
this guy.
slow, dude.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
it's-
Dude, I don't read that.
Lagging.
I don't watch that shit.
Who invited him, dude? Alright, it starts off, and Viola's using her power, clairvoyance. Clairvoyance! And she could totally see across great distances at will, which is kind of really, really, really useful.
Yeah, very
Right.
overpowered.
Like, way stronger than, like, a physical power.
It's kind of crazy because, like, it's not just clairvoyance. Like, at one point, she cried whales. And, like, they, just, smashed enemies. So it's, like, it can be used
Cried
offensively.
whales? I don't remember that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like,
It was pretty ridiculous. You don't
yeah,
remember
it was insane. It was like, she was with Sanji, and then Sanji convinces her that they'll save her. And so you're left to wonder, is she a double agent, or is she actually being truthful and, like, actually wants to be, helped. And then...
I remember that when he was like, I love you, Viola.
Yeah, and then a bunch of troops came and like, hey, what are you doing with that guy? And she cried whales out of her eyes. Like, there were teardrops, but then they turned into huge blue whales, and then they just smashed the enemy. It was nuts. It was crazy.
Like a whale just flopped onto the ground and just fell
He
on
cried, the teardrop just, like, expanded into a whale and just, like, body slammed.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
it was, like, crazy, because
Yeah, it was
like,
weird.
Because earlier she was, like, seeing through the eyes of, like, a bird, I think. Right? Just, like, scoping out an area.
She has, like, insane eye power, pretty much. She has the Sharingan, dude.
Pretty much, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
the whales are Susanoo.
Yeah.
Just whales.
Nice.
I guess everyone can use Susanoo. Still a little bitter about that.
Yeah. Clearly.
Yeah, what if she just, like, just start doing that? Just, like, using Susanoo. That'd be great.
Kinemon and Kanjuro get to where they are, and Kanjuro's dumbass, like, dude, so awesome. He's, like, totally full of honor, too.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Oh yeah, he's like,
I'll cut myself.
But he creates ropes for everyone.
For everyone to climb up to that level.
You know what he should do to, like,
That's
make
true.
up for that is, like, draw, like, his version of spiders, because the ropes kind of look like webs.
Yeah.
So, like, just, have the spiders just guard the whole area. It'd be kind of cool.
And they'd be
They would-
extremely shitty spiders, too.
yeah, they would be. They have like 5 legs and like can't walk.
They
They're just,
They
like,
can't even
rolling
go-
down.
They can't even guard the area. They're just there, like the bird. Totally, just like
It's like
it
exhausted,
dies, dude.
yeah.
It dies.
Are they, like, sentient? Like, I wonder what happens to them. They just, like, actually die after being created. They're all just, like, autistic drawings. Like, animals with Down syndrome.
There's a there's a timeout room that King Riku used to use. So Rebecca knows where it is, and all those fools know where it is too.
It shows he would time out. He would throw the dwarves in timeout.
Yeah, when they would do bad things.
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty oppressive.
Yeah,
man.
very oppressive.
What a fucking
definitely.
dictator. I don't like what you did. Get in jail.
Yeah.
It's very
And
Stalin.
the dwarves are like super strong too, and they don't know that they can actually win.
Yeah, because they're just idiots. They're like, okay, we'll go into the timeout
I'm
room.
sorry, I'll go in timeout.
Yeah,
It's kind of
it's
really
pretty low key. Shady.
it's really fucked up if you think about the dwarves as, like, sort of analogous to just, like, slaves in general, like African American slaves.
Kind of, yeah, huh? Because they would what? Like work the flower field or like...
Yeah, like that's kind of like... Well, I mean, Oda kind of alludes to just like slavery in general all the time, you know? Like, as like a very evil thing to do. And then...
No, these guys are free slaves.
Yeah, basically.
They're just...
They're like the
totally
maids,
fucked
right?
Because like they're all like not smart and like susceptible to just listening to what people tell them to do.
Right, and it's like it's their fault because they're dumb. Like they don't have enough like of an ambition to like.
And they're all like
the situation.
really physically strong and stuff, kind of like how the slaves were. Like they were like physically strong.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so it's like it's kind of
wow. This is totally
yeah.
shady, Oda.
Yeah.
What a dick move.
You know,
Except they're all light skinned.
And small.
Yeah.
Very, very like tiny.
Extremely
So it kind of throws you off, but at the same time they're slaves though. That's what they are, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly, like they're a race or they're a species that enjoy
Servitude.
slave work too. Servitude, yeah. So it's like
they're just like, I love growing shit.
Yeah.
They're like the perfect tools.
Because they're really
But they're
small.
so cute, so we don't care.
Yeah. And they're so happy doing it, so it's like, oh, it's not
Slavery's
a problem.
okay.
I'm surprised Mancherry can't just bust out of this thing. Maybe the timeout room is like C Stony.
Maybe she's actually like convinced that she's did something bad.
Maybe, huh?
Yeah. No, but then again, she does like beg for what's his face to come save her. So maybe
Leo.
Yeah, so maybe like I don't know, maybe that's not the case. Hard to say.
Oh, hey guys, someone died.
Huh?
The horse?
The Beatles. Finally, a death in One Piece.
Nah, they're not dead. They're just knocked out.
Dude, they're dead, man.
No one
The
dies.
Beatles?
Yeah, the yellow bus Beatles that were carrying Robin, Bartholomew, and Rebecca.
I like how they get knocked down and Robin just like kind of glides down with her like wings.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
And the other two just like eat shit. Oh no, not the other two. Just what's his name? Fucking chicken head.
She's been able to use those hand wings for a while now, and like I always like just because of those hand wings, I feel like she's gonna fight what's his face from the Blackbeard Pirates, the mime policeman looking dude.
I don't remember, man. I don't
You know what I'm talking
Policeman?
about? Yeah,
the
he was like
jailer.
he was like no, he was like a policeman, but he was fired for being like too brutal, and he's like a mime, and he has like a walking cane, and he's really skinny.
I kind of remember him. Yeah.
What was his freaking name? I can't remember, but like
Well,
I don't know. I think I remember his face though.
Who I have Robin fighting because of her hand wings thing is that bitch with the wings that was working at the factory for the poison guy.
She's dead, dude. Oh no, she's not dead.
No, she's totally not dead.
She's KO'd.
You don't remember when
She was KO'd.
Caesar was captured on Punk Hazard? You remember he had that assistant with him?
Oh, right,
The
right,
ice
right,
chick.
right. Yeah,
The ice chick.
supposedly she got blown up, but I don't know. This is One Piece. So.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it looked like she died.
I say the Blackbeard thing because that guy had wings. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but he visits the... I can't remember if it was... I think it was the Fleet Admiral. What was his name?
Oh yeah, I see.
Sengoku, yeah. I think he goes and visits them at Mary Joyce, I think, and he has, like, wings.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe
So
he's
it's
like
there's something
the espionage.
Yeah, there's kind of like a weird connection there. I feel like kind of like an aside, but
then
so
also,
interesting.
one thing that's cool about One Piece is that sometimes the matchups are totally not matched.
yeah, even though
It's like
you
total
think
random.
that they would be,
Yeah.
but then they're not. Yeah,
Like, if like Shanks and Luffy's crew fought for some strange reason, you would think that like,
Usopp would fight Yasa.
yeah, but like watch
Luffy
them
would
totally
fight
not do
Shanks.
that, you know, like
Yeah.
Usopp has to fight Ben Beckman or some shit, and you should be like, oh shit, like screw it, you know.
I think though that if there was any point that One Piece should rely on convention that has always worked, it should be at the very climax of the sort of like the whole story, which is Blackbeard versus Straw Hats. Right?
Yeah.
Because there are certain ones that I think you just can't break, and if you do, it'll just upset people too much. Like, Blackbeard absolutely needs to be defeated by Luffy. Like, no other alternative could be as satisfying, right?
Who's gonna fight
dude,
Jesus?
no. It would be stupid. If
Yeah,
if they
or
couldn't.
if Zoro didn't fight Shiryu the Rain, although that's kind of passable, because Shiryu isn't really portrayed as the strongest swordsman.
Who's
Mihawk
Shiryu?
is. Shiryu
He was
the
a jailer
jailer
before Magellan took
Yeah.
over.
Is he a swordsman?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
swordsman. That's like his moniker. He's a swordsman.
So Sanji's gonna fight Jesus?
I feel like that's because they're both kind of brawly sort of esque people.
That'd be cool.
They don't use weapons.
Sanji against Jesus.
Yeah, that'd be pretty tight.
Sanji is Jesus. And then Sniper v Sniper, Doctor v Doctor.
Right.
Wings v Wings. I don't know. Nami, she can just sit on the sideline because
his face like what? Okay, and then further plot development is that Sugar is awake again because who thought that was actually gonna work? Like,
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought it was.
I'm surprised it worked at all.
Yeah,
initially. Like, why scare her? Just like put a bullet in her head.
Yeah, kill her. Because her power is kind of really OP. Like, not just that she turns you into a toy. That's actually bullshit. Who gives a shit? The fact that everyone forgets that you existed. That power is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
True that, man. Wise words.
Like, who gives a shit that turn into toys? Like, everyone forgets that you ever existed. That's a big deal.
You're right. That's like the bigger issue.
I mean, that's how he was what's his name? That's how Don Quixote was able to control this country for so long.
Yeah.
It's all rested solely on Sugar's
Wait, did we
power.
ever figure out the reason why, like, why don't they... Oh, they do all go back when she goes to sleep, and that's why there's a curfew, right? That's how it was explained? Yeah.
She puts that spell on them, like...
Wait, but then when she goes to sleep, doesn't everyone remember?
No.
Well, not unless they were actively thinking about it. It's not like...
But I mean, like...
Well, yeah, that's kind of a big point, right?
Yeah, because countless people had their parents, their fathers, and their boyfriends, and their husbands, and whatever, just, like, disappearing. So, it's like, if you happen to be awake at 4 a.m., it's like, and that thought just, like, suddenly you remember that, like, that would definitely be like, wait a minute, I had a husband, right? Like it would occur to you.
Yeah. And there would be unrest in the town.
Yeah.
She could...
Especially if that, like, haunted you every night. Like, dude, I keep remembering at night I had a husband. I would go crazy. I'd either try to find out what happened or kill myself.
Yeah, I guess in the morning, though, you would forget, right? So,
yeah, you'd be like, whoa, what was I just thinking about? Oh, nothing.
It's kind of like 50 First Dates almost.
Good movie. No, I'd say it probably relies... I mean, I guess it pretty much does. It relies on... the fact that everyone goes to sleep and wakes up at a specific time.
Same times.
It's not like America where,
people do what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go to sleep at 10, wake up at 6 in the morning, get ready to go to work.
I like how she has this irrational fear of, like, long-nosed people now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. It's not
as if that really would have, like, left that impression on her. Like, because Usopp, like, flipped his shit.
Yeah, it's feeling a lot like when Usopp went up against that one chick, the gothic chick at Throw the Bark.
Yeah.
That was Usopp that went up against her? The one that does, like, the ghosts that possess things?
Because he was too negative to be able to be effective.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah, that was great.
The ghosts are, like, they get negative from him. They're like, oh.
Yeah. The climax of that arc was actually really good. Just all the lead up to it was really boring.
Throw the Bark?
I loved like all that final fighting stuff when, like, Luffy was the big monster and, like...
I loved
he had all the shadows in him.
Bartholomew Kuma coming out and just, like... Man.
Raping Zoro.
Yeah, dude, Kuma is freaking just too strong, dude.
Yeah,
his powers are insane, dude. They're just, like, so versatile and so... Okay, we can't really go into this, though. So, anyway, so Sugar's alive. It's feeling a lot like the Throw the Bark matchup between Usopp and... What is her name? Can't remember. Well, anyway, yeah, so...
Dude, it's on the tip of my tongue, man.
Yeah, it's on the tip of mine as well.
The tip of your wiener?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll look it up real quick. Thriller...
Alright, so...
Bark chick.
As there...
Piranha.
Piranha.
My Sharona.
My Piranha.
So there's a bunch of these, like, toy warriors thing that are apparently stronger than the other toys that were there before and just are there, for that matter. And they're apparently immortal because any attacks they do, they just, like, fix themselves. And Law's useless. And it sucks because, like, Bartholomew and, like... And freaking...
Bartolomeo.
Mayo and freaking... Robin come down and they had the key just a second ago and, sucks. but nothing ever goes smooth for them.
You know what's interesting is like it didn't really occur to me until this dialogue where it's like, oh dang it, like you have to go up to the sunflower seeds to get the key. I realized, oh no, it was a dialogue where Law says, "Wow, if I had my powers, I would make short work of them." And I was like, oh, that's why he's got handcuffs. Because if he didn't have handcuffs, none of this would be an issue.
Yeah, it would be too easy for him.
Right, because he can teleport. Like, he can create this huge thing, and he can just get from one side to the other. So he can literally just get to, like, level 4, like, in an instant.
a second.
So that's why
exactly.
he's in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, why didn't I realize that, like, sooner? You know?
You didn't realize that before?
No, I didn't realize that was, like, it was a device,
You thought he was just, like, sitting down on the horse for no reason, like, with his, like, shady-looking face, like, fuck this?
No, I mean, no, I realized... Wait, what? No, I mean, I realized the reason why he has handcuffs is because it would make the drama of the story too simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, it might, like, push more towards Law joining the crew because, like, they're kind of really struggling without him. And at the end, when he, like, gets his handcuffs off and, like, does, like, a room and, like, wrecks, they'll, like, show how much better the crew would improve.
If anything, though, like, that's precisely the reason why he can't join. Because if he's in the group, he can take care of these sort of scenarios way too easily. If he's with him all the time, you know.
Right.
He can really only be there for specific moments that really count, and he's like really needed as an extra hand.
He can't join because he has his own crew, guys.
Yeah, that too. Although they're kind of forgettable in general.
Fuck his crew, man.
There's like a bear and
dude,
like,
I want to see his crew. They should be more prominent.
They're all wearing like outfits, like same outfits, you know, like doctors.
They're like the Ginyu Force.
Yeah. No, they're like
That'd
Team
be pretty
Rocket.
great.
They're like Team Rocket, dude.
Oh, yeah, Team Rocket.
That's like weird. Only a few of them are like kind of standouts. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
The big ass teddy bear.
Yeah.
Is he in a suit? Like, come on. What the hell?
In like an orange suit.
What do you guys think's gonna happen now that Cherry's awake? Or Sugar, sorry.
Well, one thing I was really concerned about was, because Rebecca said specifically, or no, was it Rebecca? I think it was Robin, who was like, oh no, like, they don't know about her powers. Referring to Luffy, so that meant, okay, shit, well, Luffy's probably gonna get touched and turn into a toy at some point then, because not only is that dramatically kind of interesting, I don't really want to deal with that though, but I guess it is kind of interesting. But also, I think a lot of people... I really
hope that doesn't happen.
I think a lot of people want to see Luffy as a toy. I mean, think about all the benefits that would happen. I mean, from a merchandising perspective, like, there would suddenly be a huge influx of just like, Luffy, the toy edition. you know, like
I really hope that doesn't happen.
But I mean, like, I feel like her insinuating that.
I hope if it happens, it's more of a for the story thing and not for a merchandising thing.
Right.
Because that'd be.
You want it to be highly entertaining.
Yeah.
Right. But and this is kind of what's so dumb about it is Robin's right there. She's literally right next to Luffy, and a second ago she said, "Oh no, Sugar's awake. They don't know what her powers are." And now she's there, and she can tell them, but she says, go on ahead, and doesn't fucking mention Sugar's powers.
Yeah.
So if he gets touched and turns into a toy, and we have to deal with this bullshit about him being a toy,
it's all wrong.
Even though she was there and could have said it, then at that point, we'll know. This was a fucking merchandising scheme.
Yeah.
Damn it, Oda.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna write him an angry letter.
Yeah. But then I would buy the Luffy toy edition.
Would you put it on your dashboard?
My dashboard?
Of your car?
Oh, right. It's like a bobblehead or something. I don't know.
I'm not down for Luffy to get turned into a toy.
Yeah, I'm not either. It's just, I don't want extra shenanigans. I want to get to the meat already. I've been wanting to get
I'm sorry!
Justin got...
I think we're close enough to that point, though, you know?
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to... But I feel like we're very well going to deal with more of it anyway.
Dude, we are, man.
Everyone's going to get split up again once they get into level 4.
Dude.
And yeah.
They're just going to get One Piece, man.
One Piece.
They're going to get Oded.
They're going to get Oded.
It's like getting boned, but...
I mean, just like the scenario right here, it's like the Super Saiyan 3 guy is like, I'm going to take you on, and Robin and Barto are like, hey, we'll...
hold them off.
We'll hold them. And, like, no. Like, Luffy can literally just be like, wait, no, hold on. And just, like, punch him in the face with hockey. Take him out and go, we're all moving on. Let's go. Like, they all go together, you know? like, that can happen. But it just, I guess
but I like that. I like that, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see Robin and Barto fight together.
Yeah, no.
If you really want to see him join the crew, let's see that synergy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, you want to see that, but you want to see him within the circumstances where it's like they wouldn't have been able to have the luxury to be able to do that. Like, hey, there's 5 of us. Let's all team up on him real quick and just like get him out of the equation.
Wipe him out, you know. Yeah. One executive.
Yeah.
Let's see. 2 crew members. One fanatic that's like also really useful. Kairos is probably really G still. They could totally just wipe the floor with these fools.
In the meanwhile, Rebecca is just all by herself.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rebecca gets to the sunflower fields and Diamante is waiting.
Steven Tyler's waiting. He's got a giant concert ready to go.
Dude, he has a giant sword.
Dude,
it turns into an axe.
No, forget the sword, man. He's got freaking petals around his head. He is a giant sunflower. Did you notice that? I didn't notice that till now. He's got freaking petals around his head.
I've noticed it, but I never put the two together.
He is a sunflower, and he's in the sunflower seals.
Nice.
It's kind of fun.
I guess I just noticed that too.
Yeah.
He's also disproportionately large.
This is great, though. You know, I kind of like this because finally...
This is good.
Where, there's a character who's actually in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And that always makes things more interesting.
Because who was in real jeopardy so far?
No one. I mean,
let's really think about this. Who was in any real danger so far?
I guess...
You mean throughout this whole arc?
Yeah.
I could name a lot.
No. Throughout this segment of where they're charging to the top level. Since starting at the point where they agreed to meet at the sunflower fields.
Yeah, I can't really say. I think the last time I really
the horse,
felt
dude.
Like...
He just got his head bitten off.
Yeah, dude. Freaking what's his face?
Cavendish's horse.
Yeah, Cavendish. He's like, man, his skull got broken into. It's like, damn, did we really need that descriptive detail? Like, couldn't we just see that the horse had his head bitten and you just look at it? You know, like, his fucking skull's broken. I better not fucking see that horse ever again then. He needs to be dead, you know? Jesus, man. But I mean, I guess, like, the skull being broken is, like, kind of like...
a tool to show how strong those things are. And
I was going to say that it's an allusion to the nutcracker. Like, being able to break walnuts. It's like, oh, it breaks skulls. Kind of like similar to how the head is
the
like
skull cracker.
Yeah. I don't know. But
well, alright then.
It's kind of interesting, too. It's like, with Usopp being the sort of like the boy who cried wolf / Pinocchio, right? Like Fable, and now you have Sugar who's like making these nutcrackers, right? I don't know what the nutcracker tale is, but I feel like there was a little girl in there at some point, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure about that tale either.
Dude, little girls, man.
It's like Fable versus Fable, you know what I mean?
The story is littered with them.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of
kind of interesting.
Lots of like outside influence fables and stuff.
Yeah.
Stories. Fair tales. What do you think's gonna happen in this fight
between Rebecca
and Diamante?
Alright, it's cool because Rebecca's like the master of not getting hit.
Oh yeah, that's true. But then he's just probably just so great though that
yeah.
It
really it'll
the sword
just
is
show
so long, so like she can't dodge.
Yeah, it'll really show like how great at not getting hit she is versus how strong the actual Don Quixote family guys are. Because so far, I'm not impressed. Like
with Don Quixote's family, they're pretty weak. Yeah,
I'm not impressed. Like
you know why it is.
They're not like weak, but
I mean,
they're not overpowered.
Kind of, I don't know. They haven't been impressive whatsoever, which is kind of synonymous with like.
If Pika wasn't fighting Zoro, then he'd probably be killing everyone else.
No, dude, you're right. Pika would be wrecking on pretty much anyone else, and I'll like deem that as fair because Zoro is really, really powerful too.
Not really, because if Zoro was out of the picture, then freaking Luffy would have just like done the Gatling Gear 3 armament hockey thing and just obliterated the shit out of the entire castle. Yeah,
he would have.
But like if you, that's what I'm saying. Like if you take these guys out
of the equation, then
they're strong. I mean,
here's the thing though. It's like Zoro's matching up with them, right? And this is like Zoro to say this, but I actually take him very seriously because I think it's true. He says, "Listen, I'm gonna be the best swordsman ever. You were never even in my league in the first place." And it's like, he's probably right.
Yeah,
he's probably right. And what does that say about fucking Pika? He's fucking weak as shit. If you want to look at it in the big picture of the new world, it's like they should be a little bit crazier than this.
The second half of the new world.
I think what it is like, like the Straw Hat crew really got taken down a peg. Like really, really just got taken down a peg after Archipelago, and they got sent everywhere. Yeah, and it's like we already got that. We got that, and so now we're riding on the wave of sort of progress, which is they stored away for 2 years, and so we just want to see them just kicking ass. And unfortunately, whoever's in the sort of beginning section of that is just gonna get like raffle stomped,
Yeah.
Because like we need to be able to ride that wave a little bit longer before they finally meet something that actually kind of puts a dead end to them, and then they have to kind of do the slow progress over again. You know what I mean? But like it is still like a little too early for that to happen. Because I still feel like the 2-year time skip wasn't that long ago. Although it's been like almost, how long has it been since that happened? Like
2 years.
2 years. So it's been a while. Like it was 2 years ago that development happened, right?
What, the time skip?
Yeah, the time skip, like when we started reading the chapters when One Piece came back.
It must have been 3 or 4 years ago, actually.
What? No way. Was it 3 or 4 years ago?
When we started reading again after the time skip,
Yeah.
was like 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah, 2 to 3, right? Not
Yeah.
3 to 4, 2
Hell
to 3.
no.
Yeah, so it's like, but it's still.
I remember. I think you were a freshman in college.
I was a freshman in college.
I think so.
Was I? I don't remember.
No way, man. Because I was in college when that happened.
Okay.
No way. No way.
Dude.
Impossible.
Okay, whatever. 2, 3, 4 years. Well, it still feels kind of.
2 to 4 years ago.
It's still. I mean, within the storyline, it's very recent, right?
Yeah.
Like they haven't been in the New World for, I imagine, more than a month.
They like just met up again, pretty much.
So it's like. So it's too soon for them to be having real trouble just yet, So, I mean, unfortunately, Doflamingo's family is kind of like gonna get almost, I guess this is kind of what you would call, plot, immunity, or what do they call it? Like, plot.
I think that's just what it's called.
Plot armor?
Plot jutsu.
Plot jutsu?
Yeah, this is kind of like,
plot
plot armor, right. And essentially that's kind of what's going on, I feel like, here. Except Doflamingo. Doflamingo's some serious shit, so people are gonna actually have trouble with him. But everyone else, though, they're,
Alright, I'm just gonna say Rebecca better lose pitifully here.
What?
At least Diamante should be strong.
No way, man. She can't get like dominated.
She better get dominated, dude. It's Diamante, man. And then Kairos has to come in and win.
I think she won't have the upper hand at any point, but she won't get like.
Yeah, she won't. I think she'll be holding her own, but then will be in trouble. And then her father, Kairos, is going to come in together. They're going to take on Diamante. To avenge.
Or she'll move on somewhere or something.
Nah, dude. I hope they take him on together because he killed her mom and he killed his wife. They together as a family should take him on and redeem.
I guess that'd be cool. I'd like to see him like solo it though.
Kairos with like one leg.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
That'd be more badass too. Like,
this is retarded though. He shouldn't be moving around with one leg. It doesn't make any sense.
Nah, dude, he's been doing it for years.
Dude, he should have like a robotic toy leg or something. I don't know.
Dude,
he should have like stuck a peg on it.
Yeah. A peg, like an actual pirate, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Have you seen anyone with a peg?
Yeah, that
beard.
golden lion guy from Strong World.
Oh, Shiki or whatever.
He had 2 pegs.
Is he considered part of the canon though?
Yeah.
He is?
Definitely.
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, because he actually shows up in the manga at one point.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Because Oda did like a whole like Strong World chapter.
Mm-hmm.
It was like almost like a one shot.
Yeah, I remember.
Not Kishiya, Oda.
Oda, yeah.
God damn it. But yeah, I think she feels kind of frightened actually.
She should.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's definitely.
And if you look at
look at her face.
Yeah, there are panels that are like she's like shocked and like afraid. So obviously,
She's like, fuck this. Yeah. What does he do? He can like manipulate steel.
No, he can manipulate all things to kind of like turn into like clothes, sort of like have the sort of like physical shape, physical shape of clothes, and then suddenly they can get hard or whatever. Wait.
Wait, what's up? What's going on? What is his power?
Wait, John kind of got.
He can manipulate materials, right?
Yeah, into
to be as solid or as soft
as soft as right. Yeah. So like he had
so,
like a
so
sheet
for
of
example,
steel and he could turn it into a cape, but then suddenly become steel again.
Yeah, but it still has like the strength of steel.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like cut through the cape,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really light. So he's got actually pretty. I remember I was like I was sucking his dick. I was like, yeah, it's a good power. Way back during the tournament.
What a surprise! You were sucking someone's dick, John. All right, projections from next week.
I kind of want to see Sugar do something crazy.
Yeah, like turn Luffy into a toy.
Not like that crazy.
Like,
I don't want to see Luffy get turned into a toy.
Like what? What do you want to see?
I don't know, something. Because she seems kind of enraged, and she's awake for a reason.
Yeah.
So
Obviously,
she's gonna, she's gonna do something. Let's see, what do I think she can do? So she's in the toy store, or where is she right now? In context to everything else?
She's in the factory, isn't she?
Oh, it says right there. Go up. It says the newly formed Royal Plateau. Oh, she's back at the Royal Plateau.
Which is at the top of the...
Hard to say. I don't really remember.
I don't. Yeah, this
I don't
this whole
remember
thing
either.
is a mess, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Even though they're only like... It's pretty like easy, because they're only like 5 levels, but it's hard to remember.
Yeah, what's bottom, what's top? It's kind of
Yeah, because they're like underground levels and stuff.
She says it.
Yeah, just become a head cracker.
Oh.
Yeah. It'd been funny funnier if she called them nutcrackers and like it like bit at the crotch. That'd be funnier.
That would be hot. I don't know. What do you think she'll do? Because obviously she'll do something. So, what do you think?
All right, Pika is gonna go into the giant stone thingy, and then Sugar is gonna touch Pika, and so Pika's gonna be a giant stone toy.
That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. She's gonna go to Doflamingo and touch Doflamingo and make him into a toy, because that's when he's strongest. Toy Doflamingo.
Maybe she'll turn at least a couple of the Straw Hats into toys.
Oh, you know how Sasori
Maybe
in Naruto was like actually a puppet?
Yeah.
Well, Sugar's actually a toy. She's strongest when she's a toy. She'll touch herself and turn into a toy.
What if she was a toy, then she would never have to sleep. So that's why her power was always
Oh, interesting.
on.
Right, and then she could turn it on and off at will, maybe?
And that's why she looks like a little kid, even though she's an old woman.
Yeah. There you go. Maybe she is.
Is she an old woman?
She's like a life toy. Like
Yeah,
like a life-looking toy or whatever.
Is she an old woman? Have they
Yeah.
established
Yeah,
that?
they say she's been alive for a long time.
Yeah, she's probably a toy. And she never has to sleep. That's why it was important to knock her unconscious.
Yeah, there we go. Answers that question we were kind of wondering earlier.
Maybe she'll turn Usopp straight away into a toy.
He'll be her greatest creation. No.
And then like all the crazy theories will start spinning off again. Like, remember when Robin was turned into a toy and people were like, oh, all this crazy shit's gonna start happening. But none of it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, people are going all like super timeline-y psychological with it. Like, oh yeah, but then if they never knew this person, then they would have never felt this way about the crew, and then so
that's why Usopp's a coward again.
Would have disappeared, and so she would betray the Straw Hats, and
Yeah.
which would have been actually
Exactly.
insane. Like that would have actually put the crew in moral peril, you know?
Yeah, but it
Mortal
was
peril.
undone very quickly,
Yeah.
which was a smart move by Oda.
Yeah, because it's just too complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got to really make sure all your threads are like kept in line.
And with One Piece, really, like that's like impossible.
That's too crazy.
Although if there was anyone who could do it, I guess Oda would be the one I'd put to the task.
Yeah.
But
I think that would just be way too much work for himself. He'd be
Yeah.
like, ugh, why did I do this?
Yeah, I bet you he like did it, and then as he was thinking about it, he was like,
it's like, nah.
"Fuck, dude! All right, next
Yeah.
chapter, she's getting knocked out." Like,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe she'll turn Law into a toy.
maybe she'll turn
I
my
don't
dick
know.
into a toy.
Yeah, maybe he'll try to get the key, but then Doflamingo will like eat it or something, and then so he can't get the key. But then she touches Law, and Law turns into a toy, and then gets out of the handcuffs. And then
that'd be pretty
because he's small, right?
Yeah.
And then they take out Sugar, and so he turns back into human, and then he fights Doflamingo. I don't know. It's points out of my ass here.
Do you think he needs a sword to do the room techniques or no?
To cut, probably, but
Do you think that sword is like
You know what? I guess technically not, because it's not
Endowed
like
with
the
his
sword.
power?
It's not like the sword ate the fruit. So I
Yeah,
guess
it's not.
technically he should be able to do it with his finger, right?
Yeah.
He can do everything without the sword. I think he just likes to have it.
For
It's
character
overcompensation for something.
You remember way back when they were like, you could even feed demon fruits to weapons.
Yeah.
And then there was that sword that ate the elephant
the
fruit.
Freed Funk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was cool. I wish we saw more of
That's it.
those, man.
I don't remember that.
I think at one point people were like, "Oh yeah, I bet you Rebecca's sword's gonna eat the Mera no Mi to turn into a flaming sword or something," which would have been
Oh my
such a
God.
waste of a
Yeah.
of
That would
a
have been
fruit.
the biggest waste of that fruit ever. Like,
Although pretty crazy, because then that sword would just be wanted by every major player out
Yeah.
there. Because if you think about it, like that would kind of be like almost having two fruit powers. Because you could have your own fruit power, but then the sword you could wield as the flaming sword,
right.
which would be kind of cool.
I think it would be a better application if I gave the earthquake fruit to a sword or something.
Or like a hammer.
Yeah.
That'd be epic. Like
Yeah.
just a giant hammer that you just...
That does earthquakes.
Yeah.
Just the same way that Whitebeard did earthquakes.
Yeah.
But
Well, I guess that doesn't work though, because it's the sword itself that would be... Oh, right. Wait, isn't it that materials can only eat Zoans, right? Isn't that what it was?
I'm not sure about
Because it's not the person who can control the fruit the sword has. It's the sword itself turns into something, right? So technically, if a sword ate like the earthquake fruit, the sword itself would control that power. But I mean, a sword isn't sentient, so it can't do anything. Whereas when it eats the Zoan, it then gains some sort of sentiency and can actually do something, right? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, because when he was wielding Freed Frunk, it looked like he was controlling the sword.
Yeah, and the sword was just doing whatever he told it to.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to say. I don't know. Logistics, I wish was kind of explained, because that'd be pretty cool, actually. Like, think about it, like, that would give, like, people motive. Like, there might be a character who bases himself around collecting really interesting fruits, and he weaponizes them. So he just has a giant arsenal of,
of all these fruits and
weaponized
all these
fruits.
weapons.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Because we haven't seen that yet, right?
No, we
Yeah,
haven't.
so it would kind of be like what the Blackbeards are doing, but with artillery, essentially.
Yeah.
I bet someone like that's bound to show up eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he already threw his card in with someone that has like an arsenal of weapons with the Baby 5.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she is a weapon.
Yeah. Which is kind of a silly power.
What if you fed that to a weapon? What would happen? What would happen
Fed that to who?
if you fed that to a weapon? The weapon fruit. A gun within a gun within a gun. Or like the human fruit to a human would have happened.
Oh, that'd be pretty. Yeah.
That'd be.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure nothing would happen. Like
That would be so sad. Like I'd feel so bad for that person.
Yeah.
You just lose the ability to swim, and that's it.
yeah, and the ability to get another devil
Yeah, it's
fruit.
just game over, man.
Well, Brooks, his devil fruit, man.
Well, no, I mean he has powers though. He can like drift out of his own soul, and like he has like
Oh yeah, and he can go into someone else's body, right?
yeah.
That's right. That's right.
He can possess.
Well, all right, that wraps up our discussion for this week's podcast, and yeah, thanks everyone for listening in.
It's been good talking to you guys.
Yeah, it's been talking to myself and John and Alex here.
Definitely.
They're not taking any breaks on Wednesday, right? Every chapter's up there.
I think we should be expecting all of them.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, it is Obon week here, you know.
Oh, that's true, huh? Maybe they're all taking breaks then.
All right, so we may or may not see you again next week, guys. Shit.
But you will see us again.
Yes.
Fear not.
Fear not.
Hear us again.
Except John might die.
The agents have been dispatched.
Except only I might die, not the other two.
Yeah, just John might die.
Yeah.
North Korea might like flip its bitch and then
Oh, dude.
like nuke me.
Wait, aren't you you're gonna hike Mount Fuji pretty soon, right?
Oh yeah, that's how.
And you know how like there's that article about how Fuji's like become an active volcano again because of the earthquake from the tsunami year,
Yeah.
and so it might like explode when you're at the top.
That would suck so much.
And your head just comes flying in all the way here into the U.S., dude.
That really inspires.
Brutal.
Yeah.
That would be how you would die in my comment, my manga. You get to the end and you're just like
That's
so
fair.
like satisfied with yourself, just like so incredibly proud. Like you finally achieved this feat. You've climbed Mount Fuji and you've done no such thing anywhere close to this. And then you hear the tremors. The tremors are coming. You start running down the mountain as fast as you can, but to no avail. You get
I just like start rolling down the mountain.
Okay, anyway, so we're tracking out this.
Avalanche and then... Yes, Dad. I don't know what you said.
We should have wrapped.
All right, yeah, we're gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you everyone for listening in. Thank you for coming to my house, Alex. Thank you for John, all the way in Japan, for tuning in and speaking and such.
Yeah.
Woo!
We'll see you all next week. Yay!
Cool. Later, bye.